Gentlemen, welcome back to my Ovipet page. I am Ironhide Wolf, and today I am going to be talking to you about my top 20 favorite pets on Ovipets. So let's first get started. Let's find the first one. So the Shark Attack. I wanted to make him a really interesting horse, and I wanted to paint him. That's why I know he's got the Florida state symbol to represent what Florida looks like. But he's he's 20 right now. One of my favorites. Time to go ahead and start. Number 19. Number 19, his name is Blue Dragon. He's also one of my favorite Ovipets. I love his coloring and how beautiful he is, and just how I was able to figure out his beautiful name. Number 18, we have Catfish. Catfish is a creature of slime. The reason I named this character Catfish because it's got a lot of cat mutation and mutation to fuse together to be an interesting, kind of beautiful. On to number 6. The next character one we have is Blue Thunder. The reason I actually call this one Blue Thunder is because he represented a friend of mine who passed away. He was a monster truck driver, and he drove the truck Blue Thunder. This is to honor him. I love him. He's like my favorite character I've had for a very long time, but he's still one of my favorites. On to number 15. This is number 15. His name is Halloween Candles. This was part of our Halloween mutations that we usually get around October. I love this one because it shows what a forest and candle deer mutation will look like. This is a really cool mutation, but I mean, this one's really cool. I mean, I love it. I love the background that I picked for him. It shows that, oh, this will work perfect for him. On to number 14. Number 14, his name is Frozen Ocean. This is part of our plastic recycling mutation special we had a long time. But I love this one because he's so beautiful and precious, and I just love his coloring. He looks like a beautiful beach, but even though he's a cat. On to number 13. Number 13 is Seawolf, also another part of the plastic special mutation. I just love how he's got that coral reef and with the water over his body. He looks like an actual wolf you can see that could be coming from the ocean. But this one's my favorite because I love him. On to number 12. Number 12, his name is Ares. Now, the reason he's on my list, because I got this pet right before I graduated high school. He's been my top favorite rain fur of all the time. But I wanted to add him onto the list because I adore him. I just love his coloring. He's so beautiful. And just love him. On to number 11. Number 11, we have my Merry Christmas Fox. This is a mutation we would get around December. I love this one because I love his bright color, especially with the red and the white. He is one of my favorites. He's also he's also handsome, but I think he is so cute. Just to see how beautiful he could be for around Christmas. On to number 10. Number 10, her name is the Pure Ice Queen. I just love how beautiful she is, even though her coloring is a J, it's a pure color. But I added her to my list because she's so beautiful, and her design and all the mutation kind of represent her to look like a beautiful queen. That's why I gave her the name Pure Ice Queen. On to number 9. Number 9 is my Archangel Inari. I picked her to be on this top 20 list, because of how beautiful her color with all the mutations she has. She is one of the most beautiful hyenas I've had so far, but as you know, I love all of my pets on here. I added her because I just love her coloring. On to number 8. Number 8 is Jemma. I created this pet to represent a very close friend of mine, a friend who I actually went to go meet, who passed away on Valentine's Day. But I wanted to at least add him onto the list because he was like the most sweetest, beautiful husky I have ever seen. It's kind of hard when we always miss a pet that we love, but I wanted to add Jemma because I wanted to show people that yes, even if the animal does not belong to you, you kind of feel like the animal does belong to you in your heart. On to number 7. Number 7. Her name is Lionfish. The reason I call her that is because all the mutations she has is from the lionfish in real life. I just love her color, especially with the reds and purples. But it kind of looks like could be an actual lionfish that could be just coming right out of you and the sea. On to number 6. Number 6, her name is Midnight Queen. The reason I called her that because of her dark colorings and her bright red flames and shard ice wings. I love her because she is beautiful and just looks like something you would see out on this game of Ovipets, but she's like one of the best. She's beautiful. Before I reveal my top 5 favorite pets on here, please remember to click subscribe, ring the bell, and you might see me do some actual future videos about Ovipets just to show people what to do, especially while we are stuck here in quarantine, what to do, especially if you are bored or you like games. But this is a really fun game to play, especially if you just want to have some fun, meet some new people, and have some fun. On to number 5. Number 5 is Tiger Girl. This is a actual lupus. Her mutations do have what looks like tiger mutations, especially the coloring and the design that looks like an actual tiger wolf hybrid. I love her. She's beautiful. She's like one of my favorite lupus that I have. That's why I added her around in the top 5. And I just love her. Time for number 4. Number 4 is Megabyte. Megabyte is actually a project that I actually created from a Monster Jam truck. So Megabyte is actually a Monster Jam truck. But I created Megabyte because I wanted to show people like, oh, this is an interesting character, even though it looks so weird. But I love Megabyte. It was actually a couple of projects I worked for him, and I love how I was able to design his tattoos to represent the monster truck Megabyte. Number 3. Number 3 is Brutus. Brutus is also a monster truck design that I actually created. Both Megabyte and Brutus are also from the same team on Monster Jam. I created Brutus because I just love how Brutus just looks, especially like he's like, I'm just ready to go out there. He's got his beautiful spiked blue collar, and he's got his chain that's just like, oh, I'm just ready to go ahead and get out there. But this is Brutus. I actually made him by myself, but I just love him. On to number 2. On to number 2. This is an interesting name. Her name is Ratchet. I know I should have thought it should be easier just to flip out to be around. The reason I actually called this female Ratchet is because he does look like the Transformers movie Ratchet, especially with that bright yellow, the white, and the red. Too bad I forgot to add the lifeline to her, but I wanted to add this one because I have a friend of mine who loves Ratchet, so I wanted to do that for her just to be like, oh, okay, so you added him to it, but he's one of my favorites. On to number 1. Number 1 is actually one of my favorite pets, and it actually just released with a brand new mutation. His name is Rainbow Wolf. So he's actually one of my favorite lupus out of all that I know have. Because of his bright coloring and of course his new mutation, painted rainbow tail. He's one of my favorites. That's why I made him number 1. He's just so beautiful, bright coloring, just seeing what he's up to. So there you have it, folks. Those are my top 20 favorite Ovipets. As I say, always remember to click subscribe, ring that bell. You might see me do some future videos with Ovipets. Have fun with some friends. If you're bored because if you're stuck at home with the coronavirus, please check out my videos on here. YouTube. You will love to see more fun things that I will be doing on YouTube, especially fun stuff that might be like, oh wow. But as you get, I will see you guys in another video.